Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, we're going to watch a movie I've always been intrigued about but never saw. It's called Bloody Moon. Let's check it out. Alright, there's a party going on, and these guys are being watched by a man with a disfigured face named Miguel. Later on, Miguel is attacking a woman and killing her.
Must be aware of the great responsibility.
Fast forward 4 years.
Your brother stayed 5 years with us.
5 years.
Ever since the day of the tragedy.
That is the director, Jesus Franco, by the way. Anyway, he's being released in the care of his sister and his aunt. His aunt runs some sort of boarding school, the International Youth Club Boarding School of Languages, to be exact.
Get out
There's
of here.
the aunt,
Get
and
out.
there's Miguel's
Plotting
sister.
against me all the time. I won't stand for it.
I'm sorry, I'll borrow you.
Manuela is her
Enough
name.
of that.
Later on, I think that same night,
Oh,
somebody
help
takes out the
me.
aunt.
A pair of scissors and just kept stabbing her.
I'll have nightmares if you go on telling all your horror stories.
So Olivia Pascal plays Angela,
I don't tell chilling tales.
and I guess she's moving into, there she is. She's
She's
moving into that bungalow. She's moving into the same bungalow where that girl was killed by this guy, Miguel, 5 years earlier. He's taking a fancy to her now, too. He shows up in her bathroom later,
It's you. The guy from the train.
and then all of a sudden, she just goes to answer the door like nothing happened. Miguel also has a thing for his own sister.
Girl I've ever loved. The only one who's never laughed at me. You've never been afraid of me like the others. Love me. Love me like you did before.
She turns down his incest request.
No, Miguel. I'm your sister.
Now someone with a knife shows up in Angela's bedroom. And again, he's just gone.
It's me, Ava.
Someone immediately stabs Ava through the back. Of course, when her friend Antonio comes in a minute later, gone.
Ah, here's the guilty party. A murder story. The killer came at midnight.
She's in a foreign language lab learning a language, and somebody cuts in.
Like a piece of wood. With a hacksaw.
What is it? What is it? What happened, Angela?
She apparently finds Ava's bloody clothes, though, back at her house.
Ava? Ava?
Where were those clothes when Antonio was around to look with her? Beware a snake.
Angela!
Later on, she pretends that she's got a man in there. This girl does.
I can't believe it.
To fool her
He
friends.
really did pick up a guy.
I don't know why.
Oh, shit.
And then we see Ava's dead body hanging in the closet. Anyway, one of the ladies goes out to meet this guy at some abandoned, I don't know what the hell it is. But she agrees to be
You
tied
never know
up.
what to expect. You don't have to do all this, you know.
But it's some sort of moving slab that's gonna cut her in two. But there's a kid wandering around too, and he finds the lever and saves her. For the moment. But whoever the killer is, he wins out. Off with her head. Pretty gruesome. Pretty fake looking, but pretty gruesome. Can't have any witnesses. Angela freaks out. Thank God she's got a knife. What is she stabbing? She got him. And by got him, I mean she stabbed a mannequin.
Angela.
I'm not sure how she didn't realize
See
that.
who you killed.
A little later. Angela gets another call.
Hello?
Prepare
finds her friend Inga in bed, but there's not much in that bed other than Inga's head. Then she finds Ava in the closet. And her other friend just hanging around. And now she gets attacked. Is it Miguel doing it? Why, no it's not. Miguel is going to save her, actually. So the bad guy gets the upper hand on Miguel.
Help me, please. God, come and help me, please.
What's the matter? Why are you in such a state?
Oh,
She goes to Manuela.
Pull yourself
They want to
together.
kill me, too.
Oh, come on, it's
Oh,
and cold.
Big reveal. It's Manuela and her
Pretty my eyes
boyfriend.
are so attractive to women.
Oh, you really did a good job on the last girl. So good that everyone will think Miguel killed her.
That's right. You don't expect me not to cover myself, do you?
There's still one left. If you only realize how much I despise them both. That old bitch in the wheelchair and that pathetic deformed brother of mine.
Oh,
Always gaping
Miguel's still
at me.
alive.
Oh, I loved him. I loved him.
Now Miguel knows his sister is against him, so with what life he has left, he goes to attack her. Angela goes to find the aunt. She's dead. We saw her killed earlier. Manuela shows up and actually kills her accomplice. Kind of looks like Art Garfunkel a little bit.
Saved your life, remember that. And don't you ever forget it. He threatened you the same way he threatened me. Miguel and Alvaro are both murderers, remember that. Pay for this.
And now Miguel is somehow still alive in spite of having that pipe through his neck. And he's had enough of his sister. With his last breaths of life, he kills his own sister.
Angela.
He dies himself. And Angela and this guy, I guess, live happily ever after. All right, let's talk about this movie I'd never seen before called Bloody Moon. This is a movie that's actually one of the infamous video nasties, which is why I have it now. For some reason, I've never gotten this film before. Always kind of been intrigued about it, just never saw it, never came across it, never saw it when it was back in VHS back in the day, which I believe it was. But because it's a video nasty, I'm trying to collect them all. I got it now, Blu-ray. So, this movie is basically a slasher film directed by Jess Franco. It's about a guy named Miguel who has a disfigured face, and he attacks this young woman and stabs her to death and kills her. Ends up going to some sort of hospital mental institution for like 5 years, and then they release him. I don't know why, but they released him into the custody of his sister Manuela and their aunt, and they run, or the aunt runs some sort of like foreign language school or something like that. It seems to be filled with mostly just young ladies, but whatever. So anyway, Manuel is back, and he eyes up Olivia Pascal, who plays Angela. She's the star of her movie, and he likes her, follows her around. He's basically the whole movie. People start dying. People start getting killed in horrific ways. This one woman, I couldn't show you the scene. This girl named Ava gets stabbed through the back, and it comes out one of her nipples, and it was pretty graphic. So obviously I couldn't show you that scene. There's another woman who gets decapitated. Another woman gets her head sliced by these hedge clippers. We're led to believe through the entire film that it's Miguel. He's the red herring here, but ultimately we find out that it's actually Manuela who's doing this with her boyfriend. What was his name? Arvalo? I don't know. I can't remember what his name was, but they kill the aunt too. So they're trying to set up it to make it look like Miguel is the murderer here, because they're going to inherit, I guess, everything, this school or whatever. And poor Angela's like the only one left. All of her friends are dying. A couple of odd scenes though, like at one point she sees Miguel in her bathroom. He's like, "Oh, you're the man I saw." And the next thing you know, he just disappears. He goes away, and then she just wanders off and answers the door because a friend of hers is at the door. Like nothing ever happened. Like there was just a guy in your house. What the hell? Later on, the same guy presumably the same guy, we don't see, sneaks into her bedroom with a knife, and somehow she wakes up, doesn't see him, he's gone. Her friend Ava, she sees, after she dies, Ava's dead on the bed actually. She runs outside, finds her friend Antonio, who's like right outside the door somehow, and brings him back in the house, and there's no body. The body's gone. There's no blood anywhere. So people think Angela doesn't know what she's talking about either. So it's just ridiculous. But anyway, we find out the big reveal at the end that it is Manuela and her boyfriend. They kill Miguel because Miguel overhears them. And by the way, there was apparently some incest thing going on between Miguel and Manuela years earlier. But she kills him. And then... the boyfriend is about to kill Angela, but then Manuela comes in with some sort of, it wasn't a chainsaw, I'm not exactly sure what it was, but she killed her boyfriend, basically said, look, I just saved your life. We're going to blame this on him and Miguel. You got it? And she's like, okay. But then her brother, Manuel, apparently wasn't dead, even though he has a pipe through his neck and he's still spurting blood, basically chokes his sister out with his dying breath, and he falls down and dies. Angela lives, and that's our movie, Bloody Moon. Was this a good film? It wasn't terrible. It was okay for what it was. Very, very gory, though. I understand why it was video nasty. In fact, it does look like some of the scenes were cut out and put back into this one, because you could tell the film stock looked a little different in some of those scenes. Just a couple little seconds of snippets there, and a decent nudity as well. It's just a typical early 80s slasher, but brought to us by Jesus Franco from overseas. There you go. That's Bloody Moon. This is a Blu-ray I have from Severin, and there's an interview with Jess Franco on here, which I did not watch, but it's here. Anyway, that's Bloody Moon. Just curious what you think about it. Is this video nasty? Check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about Bloody Moon. I'll leave a link to it on Amazon down below if you want it, and you should get it. It's not a bad film. Check it out. Watch it. Bye.